Breaking news! Things are heating up behind the scenes with the Eagles, and man, we need to talk about it. For many of you, this will be totally unexpected, but I confess I had a feeling this could happen. I'll tell you all the details now, but first of all, make sure you've already hit the like button if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan. If possible, write something like, "Go Eagles!" I believe you'll reach the Super Bowl. We know it won't be easy, especially after what happened in the last game. The Eagles simply handed over second place on a silver platter and left the field as if nothing had happened. And somehow, listening to the players and coaching staff after that brutal loss to Washington, they're okay with it. In fact, they're defending the decision. While the rest of the NFC prepares for the playoffs, the Philadelphia Eagles decided to rest their starters and rely on their reserves. And the strategy proved disastrous. The result? The Eagles secured the third seed and will host the 49 ERs instead of a potentially much easier matchup against the Packers. But don't expect a shred of regret in the locker room, because the players are reinforcing the strategy. Health over standings. Let's be frank. This was a missed opportunity of epic proportions. The Lions beat the Bears. All the Philadelphia Eagles needed to do was beat a Washington team that was starting its third quarterback, Josh Johnson, a quarterback with a 1-10 career record who hadn't thrown a touchdown since 2021. Even so, he tore apart the Eagles' backup defense and led Washington to a stunning victory. And we're not talking about a close game. We're talking about coverage failures, blatant pass interference, and defensive errors that were hard to watch. Trell Clark and Jartavius Martin? No. The names that made Eagles fans hold their heads in their hands were Keely Ringo and Eli Ricks. The rookie cornerback duo put on a clinic on what not to do. From automatic DPI calls to straight-up coverage busts, it was a disaster.
And just when it couldn't get worse, Ringo, in a flashback to Nate Jerry's worst moments, gave up a soul-crushing play. Meanwhile, Ja'Cory and Bennett's performance was a highlight reel of penalties, defensive holding, multiple DPI calls, 88 yards of flags, with 73 of those courtesy of Bennett and Ringo alone. And if there's a postseason injury in the secondary, that's who you're trusting to hold the line. But here's the thing. Nick Sirianni made his decision. He rested starters, took the hit, and came out of it with a clean bill of health for most of the roster. And while the Eagles fell from 2-3, the 49ers are limping into the playoffs, literally. San Francisco just lost linebacker Tatum Bethune for the season, and D. Winters and Luke Gifford are also questionable. That's three key linebackers from a defense already ranked near the bottom in sacks, DVOA, and success rate. It's a unit bleeding talent at the worst possible time. And that's the trade-off Sirianni was banking on, having a healthy roster against a banged-up opponent, even if it meant risking seeding and home field advantage. Now, there's still a shot, albeit slim, that the Birds could host another home playoff game beyond the wild card round. If the Bears pull off an upset against the Packers and the Eagles take care of business, the path could lead back through Philly. But let's be honest, the fan base isn't feeling optimistic. From the outside, it looks like a team that coasted into the postseason on a 3-3 stretch, with a defense held together by duct tape and hope, and an offense that can't seem to find consistency despite being stacked with talent. Speaking of the offense, how about that meltdown? Kevin Patullo's play calling once again made fans question how he still has a headset. Tank Bigsby had 106 yards and a touchdown by the third quarter, and then didn't touch the ball again. That's not strategy, that's malpractice. Tanner McKee, forced into action, looked completely out of sync. 2 for 12 under pressure, quick to bail from the pocket, throwing into tight coverage. He looked like a guy who wasn't ready. And while it's easy to point fingers, some of this has to fall on Patullo. The scheme hasn't evolved. The offense is predictable. And once again, in a must-win game, it failed. Yet, somehow, the Eagles' offense still finished with the highest red zone conversion rate in franchise history since 2000. They had a 1,000-yard rusher and 2 1,000-yard receivers. It's baffling. How could a unit with that kind of production look so stale when it matters most? It's hard not to feel like this team is leaving so much on the table. And here comes the real concern. Even if this team makes a run, are they already running out of time to fix the problems that matter most? Everyone knows Kevin Patullo isn't the answer at OC. The rumors are swirling. Kevin Stefanski, just let go in Cleveland, has connections to Sirianni and could be a top target. But if the Eagles go deep into January, they could miss out on candidates as teams start hiring. It's a cruel irony. The deeper the playoff run, the less likely they are to upgrade the coaching staff. Still, there's something undeniable about this group. Despite the ugly finish to the regular season, they're 30-13 under Sirianni on the road over the past 5 years. They won in hostile buildings like Arrowhead, Lambeau, and Raymond James this season, and they finished with a better road record than at home. It's weird, but it matters, because if they're going to make a run, it'll likely be on the road. They've been here before. And even after the deflating loss to Washington, the message from the locker room is clear. This team believes. Jalen Hurts is healthy. The offensive weapons are elite. The defense is bruised but not broken. And their first test? A revenge game at the Link against a Niners team that still remembers getting steamrolled in last year's NFC title game. Oh, and let's not forget Dom's revenge game. The last time these two met, Big Dom got ejected. This time, the stakes are even higher, and the tension is palpable. And don't think for a second the Niners aren't worried. They'd have preferred almost any other team. Their defense is reeling, their offense is banged up, and Brock Purdy is walking into a hostile Lincoln Financial Field where last time he didn't finish the game. Philly's defense has its own flaws, but Vic Fangio has the pieces to make Purdy uncomfortable. And offensively, the Birds should be able to put up points on this depleted Niners defense. So now the question goes to you, Eagles fans. Was Sirianni right to rest the starters and sacrifice the 2 seed for health? Or did he gamble too much and cost this team a real shot at a deeper postseason run? Let me know what you think. Let's go Eagles!